Hey guys, Teresa here with Sippie Couture. I wanted to talk about the stickers in the bottom of cups real quick. Someone was asking. So I'm gonna show you what I do real quick. I'm all over the place. And excuse me for being a complete mess again. I usually get to work and start doing stuff in the back once the boys get on the bus, the back room that I have to my house. Like you guys know where the back is. So I start getting to work pretty quick, and I obviously don't put any effort into how I look since I'm just home. So in the middle of all of this mess is usually when I'm like, oh God, that could probably really help someone, or oh, someone was asking about that. So I'll decide to jump on real quick and show you this. So look, I'm gonna be a mess. Let's just go past that. So these are the stickers that I have for the bottom of my cups, and it's just round 1.5 inch stickers. What I did is I loaded my my logo onto Sticker Mule. They give some great discounts. Y'all, their hot sauce is legit. Like, it's one of their freebies, but it is good. So this is a sticker I get from Sticker Mule. They have a ton of sizes to choose from. I used the 1.5 for my skinny, for all of my skinny tumblers, and I'm going to show you why in a minute, because I kind of messed with that size a few times. I had a bigger one. I didn't like what it did on the bottom, so let me show you how I did this one. All of these tumblers are from Stainless Steel Depot. Sorry about the noise. My husband's making noise. So the bottom of the Stainless Steel Depot skinny tumblers, and I believe some of the bigger ones too, I'd have to check because I haven't gotten one in a while. I really love these skinnies. They all have this little metal piece in the bottom. And I see the question of, can I take off that metal? Does it have to stay? What's under it? So we're going to get to it. We're going to show you guys what's under it and show you how I get my stickers on there, because I really like them tucked away. I hate when it's a bottom that I have to go through and re-level. That drives me nuts. Like, oh, start my day off bad, right? So I'm going to show you how to get this off real quick and just kind of how I tuck it in there so that it's not in the way. And the thing with stickers on the bottoms, look, everyone says they do it, they don't do it, they love it, they think it looks bad. This is kind of what I'm thinking. That works for me. I haven't had anyone complain. I've had one person ask if I could put a little breast cancer logo on the bottom of their tumbler, and I did it. Wasn't a big deal. Like, I don't mind, but for the most part, I do always put my sticker on the bottom. My thoughts are that, anything else I buy is going to have a logo on it. Old Navy, Gap. God, I'm not going to start naming them. Everywhere has their logo. If you buy it, it has a logo. Even the hog tumblers that they know we're going to go over, they put their stuff on the bottom. So it's not really any different, I feel, with putting my logo on the bottom. The thing that I do that I feel like kind of plays it off, and I have had one person say, well, actually two people. One was like, oh, I wanted to get another tumbler and I forgot your name. And you had your sticker on the bottom. Like, thanks. Like, I'm so happy you had that. And then someone else was like, hey, how do I wash this? And I was like, oh, it's whatever. And she was like, you know what? I saw that on the bottom of your cup. So on the bottom of all of my stickers, it says hand wash only, no extreme heat, do not soak, and thank you. And it says my, Sippie Couture with, the social images on the bottom. And I feel like that kind of is kind of like the reminder of how to take care of your cup. So I think with that on there, it's a little give, it's not like just a big annoying logo, a big annoying company advertising on your cup. I feel like it's, it gives that little reminder of how to take care of that. And I feel like it works. Like I said, haven't had any complaints. I feel like it works. So, all right, I'm going to show you how to take off that thing super quick, and then how to get this sticker right in spot. Let me, give me a minute and I'll change this camera. All right, guys, so for these tumblers, the metal piece that's on the bottom of the skinnies from Stainless Steel Depot, I just popped this off. And the glue is on there. It's a pretty good glue. You can leave it on if you want, but I'll show you why I take it off. So I pop that off and just throw this away. Stick it somewhere for now. A mess. And they have a bit of glue that's on there, just like leftover glue residue. So I do get that off. And then I'll go through and I'll sand it. Now, for prepping my cups, I always prep my cups. And there's times where my kids wanted to help, or my mom would come over, my husband would grab a cup to sand in the middle of his stuff. And the question to begin with was, how much do I sand it? You don't have to go completely crazy on these, but I've noticed just in cups that I've messed up and tried to strip that if I didn't sand it, man, I can strip that cup so easily. It's like the stuff falls off. Once you get it into acetone, it completely falls off. The ones that I have really prepped, that I really prepped, there's some still sitting in a bucket and some sitting on the bucket that I just haven't wanted to deal with because it is on there. It is tough to get that paint off. So I'm really, I'm a strong believer in prepping the hell out of your cups. So they have a logo, and this is just my, this is my rule of thumb. So you can do this however you want. This is what I do. So they have this little logo that's kind of etched in there. And this is what I do is I tell anybody helping, and how I do it is I sand my cups to where you can't see that anymore. Once you've sanded that, that's the rule of, like, that's kind of my rule of thumb. Like, do that level on all of the cup. Whatever would take the sanding off, do it all over. What sanding grit do we use? I'm asking my husband real quick. Gary, what's that sandpaper that we have?
150.
Okay, so it's a 150 grit sanding paper. And whenever I go to prep cups, I usually bring like a good 20 cups out there at a time and just sand the hell out of it. So I actually do use an electric sander, and I run it through the groove in there and then all over the cup. So, I mean, you can see the scratches. I've never had a time where that sander has messed up my cup. There was one time where my child was sanding the cup and dropped it on the floor, and the second I heard it, I was like, oh God. I was a little nervous. Don't know if it ruined anything with like the seal, but there was a little ding on the bottom, so that now it's just a cup that I keep playing with. So I sand it to where you can't see that little ring anymore. That little logo anymore. I do that all over the cup. Then I wash it with some Dawn detergent, soap and water in the sink, dry it off real good, and then I'll take it outside to spray paint it. I always do a base layer of white spray paint, especially if you're gonna do any, like this one. I don't know if this is a good, did I do this one? Yep, look. So I did this one. I painted it white before I went ahead and did the spray paint. Sometimes when I use a metallic spray paint, if I'm doing something like a design where it needs tape, then some of that spray paint, well, if it's not on white, will just peel off. Like that metallic just doesn't want to stick so much. So I always do a layer of white spray paint, and then I go in with whatever color I'm going to use. And I did that on these are the ones I'll show you on. So I did my white spray paint. I did the color that I wanted for this ombre. And for the bottoms of my cups, I really like this thin glitter. So I'll take like some of these really fine ones. These are Nolas that I just love. There's these three that, and I believe they have a ton more of these. Just these are the three that I've been able to play with. And I'll kind of go with the base of my cup, like the overall design of my cup, which color I want to use. The other one, these are Magnolia Opal. This whole thing is Magnolia Opal, so I just went ahead with the same thing on the bottom for these. So what I'll do next, after I get, that's Tack-It method. I get the Tack-It, brush it on, wait till it dries, drop my glitter, and then I'll just varnish that in. So then I just take my stickers, spray paint it. Sorry, after you get that Magnolia Opal on there, you're gonna want to clear coat, sorry, a mess. I have like a group of cups. And that's what I was saying. I was like in the middle of doing cups, and I was like, you know what? I should probably help them out. That might work. Okay, so after I do get that Magnolia Opal on, I take it out in the backyard and I spray paint it with clear, because I feel like sometimes some parts might not want to take that Magnolia Opal. So I do the clear over it just to make sure that it's on there. And then I go straight on. Like there's a layer of that spray paint on here. So I go straight onto that glitter with my sticker. I've never had a problem with this as far as like any bubbles under it or anything else. So after I get those, and I didn't press them in yet. I just put them on pretty light. I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun to kind of soften the sticker a little, and then I'll really just set it into place. So what I'm doing with this is you can see the way it kind of bubbled up just now. Oh, not on that one. Sorry, I'm out of the camera. Guys, I always do this. So let's see if you can do it. Yep, this one worked. So I spray that, spray it. I get it with a little heat. You can see how it bubbles up a little, and that gets it to where I can just press it down. Like that gets it to where I could just press it down, and then it will be kind of set in there. Can you see that? So I really hope I didn't do that too far away, guys. Like, still trying to figure it out. All right, so I hit it with that heat gun, and it was just enough to soften the sticker so that I can push it in that little dent. There wouldn't have been an issue if I would have done it over this little piece of metal, but I feel like it would have just raised it up more. That little thing is just from where it's sealed, so it's not a big deal if you cover it. It's gonna be covered with epoxy anyway. So I figured, why not get that little piece of metal out of there, really put my sticker in there where it's out the way. It kind of looks like it's part of the cup now, since you know, kind of has that dent in. Once the epoxy hits it and everything goes level on the bottom, then you definitely don't have an issue with your cup. Well, I can't say you won't have an issue with the cup being on level, but the sticker on the bottom in this position has never caused me a problem with my cup being unlevel. The cup was unlevel due to me not trying hard enough, rushing, or my turners not being level. So that's about it. That's kind of how I do it. After that, you just go in with whatever glitters or epoxies you're going to do for the outside. Well, that I will do on the outside of my cup. When I go to do my next step, I don't put any epoxy on here right away. I kind of leave that to last. That way, if I'm doing glitter, like this chunkier glitter that I put down the cup, I'll drop that on top of the epoxy method right here. That way it doesn't get stuck to the bottom of my cup and give me any big pieces of glitter that will be a problem later. So, all right, this went a little longer than I thought, but I hope this helps, guys. It's just a super quick way to get your logo on there. That way, when someone wants to know how to take care of it or wants to know where they got it from, it's easy enough to come back to you. So hope this helps. And sorry it took me a minute to get to this question for the person that asked. Talk to you guys soon.